high places. Excellent first lap though for PECCO BAGNAIA, not the greatest launches, but he leads from Joan Mir. Miller there in third. That allows Johan Zarco through. Aleix Espargaro's got him really hot there into turn number 3. He's going to surrender a whole bunch of places there. 33, look out for him. Yeah, Maverick Vinales unfortunately going the wrong way, just like his Aprilia teammate Aleix Espargaro over the line way early on here. Miller has fallen nearly 0.6 of a second behind Joan Mir there in third place. It's not under any great early to him. He said he could put up a strong fight for the top 6 from 8th place on the grid, and he's doing exactly that, true to his word. The Spaniard into PECCO BAGNAIA, that launch device, the new evolution of it seems to be at least keeping him in touch with PECCO BAGNAIA on the start-finish straight. That's a big one. What can he do about the challenge, the threat of PECCO BAGNAIA directly ahead of him? Fastest lap of the Grand Prix, first sub 140 then from Mia. Overtake, aren't they, with the power of that Ducati coming over the hill. So Alex Marquez has got a bit of a conundrum here. Quartararo's Lucas Marquez in the battle for fifth. Yeah, that gap between Mir and Miller is getting bigger, unfortunately, for the Australian. It's now up to into 14. And now just clipping the curve on the exit there was PECCO BAGNAIA. Mir has got great corner speed and slipping on corner. And then Mir, he's never going to slipstream with Ducati, is he? Coming over that crest, then dropping down the scary the way through. Now Alex Marquez up the inside of Martin into turn 3. Oh, Quartararo as well, the LCR Honda man. Yeah, Quartararo down into turn 5, but he's wide. Yeah, he's going to run him wide. Marquez should just get him on the cutback. They're going to be rubbing paint here, aren't they, those two? Wise for the pair of them so far. Over the crest at turn 8, through Craig Jones' corner, turn 9. Yeah, it's always a bit of a stressful mission. Front row start, because BAGNAIA has not been able to get away. Further behind these guys, a couple of riders who are going pretty well. Miguel Oliveira's charts like it's a bit too late. That's the problem, isn't it, Steve, when you qualify in the middle of that 4th row and 11th. Alex Rins on the previous lap was one of only 4 men in the third. Mir at turn 3. There might be some bother coming from Marquez towards Miller pretty soon. On that last lap, Alex Marquez. There is Fabio Quartararo, still in 6th place. Yeah, it's not able to get quite on terms there with Alex Marquez. Or Espargaro has been quite disappointing, hasn't he, after that start on the 2nd row in 6. He's dropped back down to 9th. Oliveira still round. You'd probably think he was on a medium, so this bodes well. Yeah, and that was a shock and a surprise, because traditionally in that hard rear type, but Alex Marquez had a good long look at it in FP4 yesterday and was in the top 5. So no great surprise. Oliveira in 10th. He's looking up at Espargaro on the approach to turn 1. Who's that going wide? Up just up ahead, that's Lecuona. He's gone well wide. 10th place was in 8th. Let's try and find out how much that's costing the 8th. Drop back down to 12th. This pace that back the speeds to match these guys, but would it be too late by the time he got there? Well, BAGNAIA is already making a break. On Mir from Miller. Now that was really wide, wasn't it, from Mika Lecuona? He did pretty well there, not to beach himself on the gravel. Just about kept Alex Marquez, Jorge Martin, Quartararo then following. Johan Zarco is in 7th, Espargaro 8th, Miguel Oliveira in 9th. So, Espargaro is getting some temperature and some grip now coming from that hard 1. It's a fast place to crash. Yeah, he was already a bit battered and bruised after a warm-up crash this morning at turn 13. The outcome for the Aprilia man he was hoping for. Fabio Quartararo struggling to fish his certain parts of this Portimao circuit, so it's hard to overtake, and then of course almost impossible for Quartararo to have a Fabio Quartararo's viewpoint. There's the start for Alex Marquez. Wow, brilliant from him. And this already made life very 39.760 from Miller, a 39.799 from Alex Marquez. Just over half a second between those two. And again, the fastest rider on the circuit. Oh, 2 Frenchmen just out of shot behind Fabio Quartararo is Johan Zarco, who's not making any equal from 11th on the grid. He came through to take a fabulous 2nd place. By that time, of course, Fabio Quartararo was home and dry. Fabio Quartararo, it's holding stable now, isn't it, that advantage for BAGNAIA, around 0.7 of a second. Certainly on this lap it is, second down to under a second. So Miller starting to reel back in, the Suzuki man ahead of him. Quartararo's got no chance of catching Martin on this almost 1 kilometre long straight. 9 laps gone, 16. And that is just starting to pile a little bit of pressure back on Fabio Quartararo. He was a couple of tenths quicker than his fellow Frenchman, so Quartararo only huge advantage going into the final race next weekend. Mika Lecuona has been given a track limits warning. Well, we saw one of them quite clearly as he tries to claw back 1 position. Bastianini that's directly ahead of him. You just get the sense here, man, that there's an awful lot of your tyres as much as possible, which is why it's almost a bit stalemate out on circuit. Yeah, at the moment, BAGNAIA just stretches that blade away to deal with Jorge Martin directly ahead of him. Miller and Marquez again, they exchange P. Had, of course, a great day in the sun earlier in Misano. Good move then from Fabio Quartararo. He had to get it done, but he's wide and on the cutback, wasn't it? For Martin to snatch that place back. Was that Miller just out a little bit more next to turn number 5 there? Back to Joan Mir. Over the crest comes Alex Riddle. Maybe it was on the way in on the brakes, the tricky downhill. What a ride. Top Honda from Alex Marquez. We need a heart rate monitor on Lucio Ciacchinello right now, although I think it will be on the Ducati and pulls out alongside. There's a lot wrong with the acceleration of that Honda. Can he complete the move? He's got... Whatever happened to Miller at turn 5 cost him a lot of time. He did a 1:40.4. Looking on at a masterclass, an exhibition from factory Ducati rider PECCO BAGNAIA. Started from pace a little bit. He had to put everything on the line to hold off Fabio Quartararo. So if Joan Mir, who in the past has come on for the Italian out front, it certainly looks very comfortable, doesn't it, from the outside, Steve? This is an intriguing battle brewing here between two former went the way of Alex Marquez. At the moment, the battle for the final podium place in the Premier Class here in Portimao is going the way of Alex Marquez. An big crash, a fast crash this morning in the warm-up at turn 7. That would have certainly knocked his confidence a little bit, but he's been awesome so far. Podium of 2021 ahead of a hungry Jack Miller, who's over. And when he ran the hard rear tyre, the exact same spec tyre that he used so brilliantly here to win the race back in April, just there yesterday though for Fabio Quartararo, and at the moment it hasn't been there today either, has it? Although he has, just to his credit, just about one of the hardest jobs in current motorcycle racing, isn't it, to find a way through on any Ducati. Less than
bikes in the battle, you know, bikes in front, contributes, you know, what he's been doing all race.
Thanks very much for your thoughts there. We're looking here at a couple of Italians. Morbidelli, as you might imagine, is struggling fitness-wise. Not a lot of closing on Joan Mir. Remember, they've got a little bit of history so far this weekend. They do indeed, yeah. Espargaro is doing a fantastic job in 8th place. At the moment, it's quite a lonely 8th. He's a second behind Quattro. Dominance has so often come from his qualifying map, and when he's quite, you know, he's always highlighted the mind that it's going to be very, very difficult to make overtakes. So hard to pass with the Ducati. It's got great brakes. Second place, not beyond the realms of possibility of Alex Marquez. He did get the gap. Hard rear tyre in. The only man in the top 5 that's gone for that hard option. Now, will that come to play? I think Fabio Quartararo in the 107th place. Quartararo still not able to get through on the Pramac Ducatis choice, and how well you've kept them is going to come into play. Miller is definitely now getting close through the 3rd sector, still unable to find a way through on, although there was nothing between their lap times again. Both of them exchanging 140 flats. Yeah, Paul Espargaro just was missing pace early on, wasn't he? Whether he was just a little bit hesitant. Third in Aragon, his best result of the year, of course, came when he was 5th on the grid. He finished 2nd in Styria, ranking car 13. There's been a change as well between the two Frenchmen. Quartararo's gone, your bullet. Let's stay on board with Jack Miller over the hump, across the start-finish straight. Surely he's going to have a look down into turn 1. Pulled out of the slipstream. Marquez versus Jack Miller. I feel like I've been put in a time machine here and gone back to 2014 as well. The man in 5th place, Jorge Martin, exercising some demons here after that horrendous. Because it's just going to keep happening. What you're seeing on screen right now is just going to keep happening. Because, well, yeah, there you can see just ahead of him, Joan Mir. He's long gone in a gears. A little bit of wheelie there over the crest. He's anxious to use that top speed advantage to try and get his hooks into Marquez. Not close to Espargaro here. Might just fancy his chances of a P5 if he can get through. Epic performance this though by Mark. What a psychological boost it will be to come here to a track which left him so, but this would be a terrific 5th place. On board here with Fabio Quartararo. Is he going to have a look the final turn? Let's see how he's getting on. These guys have just cut into that gap of 12 on the left there. Miller's challenging, and these two are fighting as well, the Pramac boys. Yeah, Zarco's team didn't appreciate that one, did he? All's fair in love and war, Jorge. Joan, is that a pivotal moment? Sector 2, and there was a yellow flag. Oh, Quartararo's down! He's got with a crash down the hill into turn number 5. Front end's going to go, there it goes. That was pretty similar to the so what's happened there? That's been withdrawn immediately. Now then, back at the front here, this is the battle for third of the Spaniard behind him. Half a second, that little mistake made by Alex Marquez. Confirmation, I'm afraid, for Alex Rins. He's by the race win here back at the start of this fantastic title-winning season for Fabio Quartararo. But if, like we said, if you got through on Jack Miller, look at that lap 20. What an absolute disaster at 140. I mean, it is ifs and buts, and it doesn't matter. It's done and dusted now, but it does make you think, doesn't it? Behind him here. Oh, somebody's gone down. Someone has, but no one from the top 3 or 4 the original weekend. He's gone down with Equilibrio as well. On that graphic, it says 27 and 88 of Zarco is closing on them. He might be picking up pieces here, Zarco, as a result of the incident between Miguel Oliveira and Equilibrio. I hope that the right third place. It will go back a lap, but Miller was still third at that point. But for now, for the Miguel Oliveira fans. Now then, let's see what happened here. This is at turn 13, Lecuona and Miguel Oliveira, 10th place. Let's go down into pit lane. I'm sure a delighted Gigi Dall'Igna is standing by, speaking to Simon.
Yes, Gigi, please.
And to Pecco Bagnaia. Let's be honest, even if this had gone full race distance, there was no one catching.